Hey there, it's Ben, the waterfall guy. Today I'm in Cape Breton Island. It's going to be awesome. I'm off on this brook in Birch Plain. Birch Plain is kind of near Wreck Cove on your way to MacInnis. You can see it from the Cabot Trail, these massive valleys. This is one valley to the north of French River. And I can definitely see on satellite imagery all kinds of falls. Nobody kind of explores here, so it'll be pretty wicked to see. So that's one of the mountains here at the exit. So wish me luck. Hopefully there's some good falls in there. Basically, to get here so far, I use an old access road to the power lines. Went all the way to the power lines, and now I'm kind of just following the brook, going upstream. Forest here is really open, really nice to walk through. I don't know if it's going to be like this the whole way. French River just next door is kind of like that. Even better, the canopy's even better. Here, maybe it was logged more recently. I mean, it's been a long time, but still, the trees aren't as big as they could be. Well, I've walked a lot of rivers all over Nova Scotia, and this is pretty much the driest I've ever seen any river. I don't see any flow at all, which is surprising because downstream there was. So I think here what happens is the flow goes underneath all these cobbles and again appears a bit later. Hopefully upstream where the falls are there'll be some water, or you're going to have a lot of pictures of just like rock faces. So once the valley narrows, the plain really narrows and it gets a little bit harder to walk. On the right hand side I was lucky to find a well-worn moose track, so I'm on it now. Hopefully it goes on for a while. Nothing better than moose tracks in the Highlands. These are the cliff here I was telling you about on the right hand side of the river. They're really high, but they're really sharp. I think I might go for them later. Look at that. So I've left the main branch of MacInnis Brook, and this time I took a tributary on the left if you're going upstream, and right below me is about a 30-foot fall. And it's weird because my GPS and my satellite imagery points another 150 meters upstream, so hopefully that's what I saw is upstream and is way larger. This is okay, but right now it's not flowing too much, so it's a long ways to come to see that today, but in a high flow it'd be gorgeous. This is definitely what I saw in the satellite imagery. It was hard because it's a winter image, and in winter you get these white slides. It could be there's just, a lot of snow there. Sometimes you do, get lucky, or you hacked on a hunch. When you get to this, it's at least 40 feet, gorgeous, two-tier. If there was more water, it'd be better, but it'd be way harder to walk up this canyon. So, there's a reason for everything, really. just coming down from that tributary on the left. Love walking in these open stands. You know, those maples and birch and beech, oaks, massive. The only thing you have to be careful of is there's a lot of scree slopes here. So basically these big rocks, you know, on a slope, and over time they get covered by moss. Of course, the moss don't cover everything, so that leaves holes everywhere that you can't really see. You can really hurt yourself by going through one of those. So anytime you don't really see the ground and you're walking on moss and you suspect it's a scree slope, just be really careful. A friend of mine, Raylene, calls those ghost holes. So this is the first fall you'll see when you come up MacInnis Brook, like the main brook. And good waterfall explorer Dwight Stewart was here. He beat me. I didn't even know he was looking in his valley. So he's seen this one. He's seen two above it, but he didn't go any further. So hopefully I can go up further and show him some falls. So this is the third fall. There are three in succession after, you know, bushwhacking along the brook for maybe a kilometer and a half or two. I'll try to make a better post than this. I'm going to continue about a kilometer and a half upstream. There's way more falls, I know. I can see them on satellite imagery. So just a few moments ago I was at the fall in a box canyon and had a large boulder at the top. If you go on the left and scale up, you come up to this one at about 100 feet. It's a gorgeous one. So far, this would be the biggest fall on MacInnis Brook. I think I got one more waypoint upstream. I'll check it out and report back. So that's the terminal fall on MacInnis Brook. I'm now going to try to go up the hill here and cut across the plateau. I'm really high right now. Hopefully that's a good route. So definitely the top of the plateau route is way easier than trying to follow that river. And now I'm going to try to make my way to those cliffs I could see from the bottom of the valley. Hey, so I did end up going all the way up to those cliffs. Got the drone to fly a little bit there. Pretty wicked. Looks pretty good for rock climbing for sure. Kind of exposed. To get back to the valley, I kind of used the slope that was close to those cliffs, but not a good idea. The slope is super steep, and the soil is mostly like these rocks that are hidden. You lose your footing quite a lot. Anyways, MacInnis Brook Valley, what an awesome place. There were so many waterfalls. I didn't take pictures anymore. And these rock walls here on the valley walls are just incredible. So it just adds to the journey. I think it'll be something like 4 to 5 hours return. And that's with the side trips that I did up the cliff face and up one of the tributaries. There's another tributary you could do, but it's not flowing right now, so I didn't bother. Anyways, 10 thumbs out of 10.